In Canada, we're all hosers. Justin Trudeau is an exception, okay? As he puts it, he won the genetic lottery. He's an aristocrat. He's old money. He's very un-Canadian in everything about him, including his phenomenally low IQ. But Rob Ford, Stephen Harper, they're hosers. Oh, he's a kid. He did crack once.
Miles, how much do you love Trudeau? Do you have his poster in your bedroom? I actually have a picture of him in my wallet. He's an inspiration. He's no Pierre. I will say that. And I think genetically, he spent a lot of his chips on looks, and he is gorgeous. Pierre spent no money on, or no genetic chips on looks, and focused all on multiculturalism and getting the English out of Quebec, and pushing, you know, bilingualism. Bonjour, je parle français, je m'appelle Miles McInnes, and j'aime Justin. Il est mon bonhomme de neige. Tu vois? Il est une crête de 6 magrines sales, mon tabarnak de calice. I'm not actually sure what that means, but I remember saying it a lot when I lived in Quebec.
Just had a couple thoughts on the Trudeau thing. I thought it would be pretty interesting. I've been thinking this for a while. If you could do, you know, once a week, maybe a 5-minute segment on dumb things Trudeau has done this week, I think that'd be pretty entertaining for your Canadian fans.
That's going to be a busy show. And, you know, people say, they used to say to George W. Bush, how can you be so stupid and be president? He went to Yale or wherever he went. But I have sort of poo-pooed the, that's stupid, you're stupid thing. I think Trudeau is unique in that he really is as vapid as everyone says. I bet if you introduce him to a new game, board game, it would take him 3 times as long to figure out the rules that it would take everyone else.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And I think just when you think he's kind of reached a new low, he comes up with something new. And I don't think he's malicious or anything. I just think it's just, I don't want to say mental deficiency either, but just lacking a little something upstairs maybe.
Well, I'm at the point now where I'm starting to like it. I think it's endearing. You know when you hang out with a little kid and he says things that remind you of when you were a little kid? I'm getting that from him. Like back when he said, we have to reevaluate, we have to rethink things as fundamental as time and space, not to get all science fiction-y on you. And I thought, that's almost cute, because I remember being 15 and saying stuff like that and hoping no one would know that I was full of crap.
Right. I think you would have been a fun guy to go to a Bush party with, but again, I think it's not appropriate for the leader of a country. Just my 2 cents.
You know what? I don't want to stab my brother in the back because he doesn't like me talking about this, but my brother did go to a Bush party with him. My brother went camping with him, and he was worried about the campfire leaving a carbon footprint.
I remember the story.
The myths are true. Thanks for calling.
I saw a clip on YouTube a while ago, and it was our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, flirting with someone on the panel. I think he was drunk at the time, or maybe stoned. And he did a little thing that went, and I just thought, what a cool Prime Minister we have.
Housewives are a formidable political force. They elected Barack Obama. Take away the housewives, you take away his presidency. He wouldn't have won without the woman vote. Justin Trudeau. Do you really think men voted for Justin Trudeau? Do you really think dads are responsible for that Prime Minister? He's a hunk with nothing to say. Women elected Justin Trudeau. So they are a very important and influential part of our culture, yet we never see them on the news. They're never on CNN. We're never on Fox News. Why not? That doesn't...
If you're enjoying the content, please like the video, share with your friends, and hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you very much. It helps me out a lot.
Doesn't make any sense. We've got Black Lives Matter is on every second show. They represent what? If they're talking about black thugs, they represent maybe 3% of the population. Where's this 45%? These housewives. Well, we've got one for you here. Janet, are you there?
I am here. Nice to see you again.
How are you doing?
Great. I am fantastic. Since the last time we spoke, I managed to get some cookies knocked off, got the laundry done, and pissed off some people on the internet.
Now, I want you to know, as a woman, the fact that you breed and you're a housewife and you don't have an exciting career in fashion PR means that you are wasting your time. You're a sexist, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I'm either a traitor or I'm a parasite.
Is Justin Trudeau your homosexual lover, Miles? So what if he was? You know, I saw some great footage long ago. Justin was on some sort of talk show, and he was hitting on a guy.
Yeah. Housewives determine elections. They got Justin Trudeau elected, yet we never see them on news shows. As far as I'm concerned, CNN should have, you know, political pundit here, economist, and then Janet. Just a woman in an apron. Why? Their voices determine elections. They are a major part of the future of every country, yet we never hear their point of view.
And I think what's exciting about Justin Trudeau is that the women of Canada understand that we have had ugly people in office for too long, and that includes Pierre Trudeau. He wasn't remotely attractive. So I think women realize that we need a hunk in office. It doesn't matter if he's just a drama teacher who likes to snowboard with his friend Butts. And they'll get him back in office. And it's going to be fucking fantastic. It's going to be the opposite of America. It's going to be the opposite of Captain Cheeto.
If we could save just one child, just one person, one attack, isn't that worth it? Oh, Prime Minister Trudeau is crying. Do you know what we did to the Aboriginals? It's terrible, isn't it, ladies? Man, this crocodile tear politics is effective. All you have to do is cry about children, and you can overstep your boundaries as a politician and tell everyone what to do, because 80% of the people out there that would criticize him or stop him in his tracks are women, visible minorities, and young people. And those groups love a good cry. They love a good sob story that's totally unrelated to statistical facts. You know, things that dads like, things that dads vote for. Real, cold, hard facts. That's what politics is meant to be. And we've strayed pretty far from that.
By the way, have you ever noticed when they have those reunions for the soldiers who are at Pearl Harbor, none of them are remotely hot? Now compare them to Justin Trudeau. Who would you rather look at all day? Some World War II vet? Hey, I'm from World War II. Oh, I fought and died. Or Justin Trudeau, who's probably polyamorous.
And you mentioned Justin Trudeau. That guy is such a he is just one of the worst examples of feminism as cancer.
He really is. He's the metastasization of the cancer.
I think what's going to happen in the 2019 federal election is Justin Trudeau will get back in again. I was very disappointed. Oh, I see. That he was caught with corruption and engaging in prostitution. But
well, what do you think about pretty much all this political correctness that pretty much Canada's dealing with right now? Trudeau is saying he's a feminist, and where do you see our country, going in the next 5 years in terms of not trying to step on toes and allowing immigrants, in essence, to almost infuse their culture and make it even more politically correct, where you can't even have your opinion without being called a racist or anything like that.
Here's the thing about this capitulation that Canada's doing. There is no end to it. Now, I remember Justin Trudeau said something like, the biggest challenge of our time is labeling things that don't have a label. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I think he smoked a joint, went snowboarding, and said, all the different genders now have to be identified, all the different variations of race, blah, blah, blah. Like we have to waste our time with something we've never done before. We seem to survive all these years not caring about what a gender and a race was, but now all of a sudden everything has to be classified. And the thing you'll notice, by the way, with genders, is a great example, is it was male, female, and then trans. And you went, you know what? This isn't really putting me out. Fine. There's 3. And then they go, no, it's 4. And then they go, and now Facebook has about 15 options.
Brooke Adams, how strong and courageous is Jody Wilson-Raybould, though? So tremendous how she came forward. Is that that's the Canadian Attorney General, right? Yes. No. It wasn't brave, because what we don't understand about Justin's actions, Justin Trudeau, this is the Prime Minister of Canada, is a lot of it's for the greater good. Like with Mao, they go, oh no, 80 million died. Yeah, the trains ran on time, agriculture was thriving, the Chinese culture was thriving, communism got a huge boost during that time. So I know the right-wing media wants to talk about the prostitutes and the corruption, but you have to take a step back, and this is what's beauty of communism and changing the terms with the SPLC. You take a step back and you see the big picture, and you realize that Jody Wilson-Raybould made a big mistake by messing with Justin Trudeau. And if he gets taken down, you screwed up.
I look at Justin Trudeau's election in Canada as proof that low information millennials who like to feel good have elected their selfie prime minister. And so, yeah, there may be more and more dissidents like you and me, but we don't have the power. I mean, look at the word the rebel.media. We are built for opposition because it may be decaying. These 4 Ps might be decaying, but they're going to control things for years to come.
Well, I'm much more optimistic than you about it. I really feel like we are at a tipping point, and the 4 Ps are at death's door, and we're about to have a totally independent populace.
Gavin, Gavin, I'm not answering questions for my brother, but this is for my brother.
Good news, dudes. See, there's a lot of bad news. Hitler's president. That sucks. Justin Trudeau was the leader of our movement until we found out that he's corrupt. That sucks. How's it going, eh?
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
So I've been hearing a lot of backlash, at least on my Facebook, a lot of people upset about Trudeau and the whole situation with the fire going on in Fort Mac right now. A lot of errors, not facts thrown out there. A lot of people getting really political about it, which is kind of sad. A lot of people lost their homes, and to try to turn it into a political statement just doesn't seem really right. But a lot of people complaining, well, Trudeau giving all this money to refugees and stuff and not really helping out anyone in Fort Mac, which is actually really far from the truth. The matching of Red Cross donations is in addition to what the federal government will pay. So it's going above and beyond what is really expected of the government.
Tom, this is physically painful for me to do because I hate Trudeau, but I will give you your voice, and your contention is that, no, he's not giving too much money to refugees. The money that he's matching with the Red Cross is on top of money they're paying, and that's 90% of everyone who has debt more than or damage more than $15. If what you're saying is true, that does sound pretty reasonable. Thanks for calling, buddy.
She thinks of herself in the league in terms of celebrity status as Kim Kardashian, and she looks around and she only has 2 nannies and only lives in, I mean, it's not enough for her. Especially, she visited the White House, the most lavish White House in American history, the most spendy first lady in American history, and she said, oh, why can't I have that? Why can't I have an East Wing in 24 Sussex Drive that's my command post? I think she's always been kooky. Both of them have always been insulated by reality because they've been living off of his massive trust fund. I think we've seen the real Sophie Trudeau. And you know what? I think she's going to get away with it. Last word to you, Gavin. Do you think that the slavish media party that is so in love, erotically in love, with the 2 Trudeaus, do you think they're going to push back, or do you think they're going to say, yeah, she does have it tough?
They're going to say, yeah, she does have it tough. You know why? That's why they were elected. They are the Kardashian prime ministership, and it's because Canadians want that. I mean, we had Trudeau Mania with his dad. They like the idea of these people being aristocrats. They like the idea of a monarchy back in Canada. They want her to be as shallow and as lavish as she could possibly be. That's what really scares me here. It's not so much her behavior, but the fawning adoration of it.